welcome to day one of clinicals for nursing. So today is more of a get to know each other rather than a hands-on experience, but you'll get plenty of that in the future, trust me. So I'm going to tell you my story, my education, my struggles, everything about me, and then you're all going to tell me about you. And we're going to get to the point of where we know each other and we know where we're going, and hopefully I can inspire some of you to not make the same mistakes I did and maybe help you to save some money in the future. So I had to come up with a personal purpose statement so many years ago that would relate to my job today. So my personal purpose statement was to problem solve and learn new tasks through research and analysis to create a compassionate environment to help others. The rationale for my purpose statement was to become a nurse. Obviously, we're standing here today, so this is good. I have done this. My core values clearly connect to my career choice because being a learner, includer, and restorative personality relate directly into the nursing field. You always learn something new every day. You're very inclusive of everybody, which is why I'm training this class. And restorative, you want to put things back together, the human body. So we're first going to talk about my education. I knew from a very young age that I wanted to be in the medical field. I know you want to ask why. Don't worry, I'll tell you. When I was 12 years old, I was diagnosed as type 1 diabetic, which gave me an insight to which career path that I wanted to be in. Right now, you all know what type 1 diabetic is, and if you don't, time to go back to school. But I'm sure you know. So I was always a person everyone went to when they got hurt. This is what directly made me decide that I wanted to become a nurse. Not a doctor, not anything else, a nurse. The nurses were always the ones who were there for me during my struggles growing up, because I didn't know how to get my sugar under control or many different things. They were always the ones to stop and help. So what did I do to get to where I am today? Well, I started so many years ago in 2010 in North Carolina at school, and I did 3 years of school, and then I dropped out and moved to Florida to help my sister with her family problems because she was going through a lot of problems. So I dropped everything I was doing to move. So then I took a 6-year break and then jumped right back into it. So I decided to pursue the ASN degree at Valencia to obtain my actual degree. And the ASN, you guys all know what that is, so we're good. Since Valencia could help me with all my needs, I didn't need to transfer to get my desired degree, or at least so I thought. But you know, once you have a plan, life loves to screw it up, which is fine, because you learn from it. Got how I did that? Because I'm a learner. Choosing Valencia College meant that I could get my entire degree for less than $30,000 total. Take a minute to soak that in. That is a very short amount of money to do everything that you want to do for a nursing program. So I paid for my education through grants, personal budgets, and my old jobs, which offered tuition reimbursement. The new student learning course gave me every resource that I needed to plan for my future. I was so angry that I had to take that course to begin with because I was like, I've already taken a course like this 6 years ago. I graduated, but it doesn't transfer. Now I'm having to pay and waste my time to retake another course. But I learned so much from that course that I didn't from any other course that I'd previously taken. And at this point, I had been in school for 6 years, per se. So now I'm going to tell you the path that I took to get to my career choice. And this one, it's a good one. So I started at Disney, which paid for my entire degree, or so I thought. But then after several years of taking my time, taking one class here, one class there, focusing on solely that class to get the best grade, be the highest of my class, COVID-19 happened. We all know how great that was, but hey, there's a vaccine for it now. You all had to get the vaccine to get into this program, which is totally fine because it was perfect. So COVID-19 happened, and Disney lost billions of dollars, which led to the funding for my education being lost. So I made the rash and abrupt decision to drop my life yet again and get a job in the hospital to continue towards my goal of becoming a nurse. So, long story short, I interviewed for a phlebotomist position at Baycare Hospital, which offered not only tuition reimbursement, but also a secure job upon graduation. So, those are both very positive things in the nursing field, obvious. So I got the job even though I wasn't qualified at all, and it took me a while to get the hang of it, but I finally succeeded. After about a 6-month break from school, yet again, here we go, 6 years the first time, 6 months the second time, I graduated with honors, and I was at the top of my class, which is why I get to train this class, because I was so well qualified. So what do I do now? After all the schooling, all the hard work, all the dropping your life, moving, hardships, triumphs, failures, what do? Well, now I work as an emergency room nurse. I see every single type of case that walks through the door, and they range anywhere from pediatrics to geriatrics. And if you guys need an explanation on what that is, you will get all of it in your clinicals, which really technically start tomorrow. This is just orientation and get to know you. So, what are the skills for my job? Well, they range from whatever walks through the door. I could be dealing with little tiny babies, or I could be dealing with really old people, or anything in between. So the skills, they range. So in conclusion, each of you will decide which area of nursing is best for you. And if you ever need a guiding hand, I am always here to help you on your journey. Any questions? Good.